has the time come, I gotta ask you this, has the time come for Tank Davis to take control of his own career and leave Mayweather Promotions?
It don't necessarily have to be leave Mayweather Promotions. It's about just becoming that man, handle your own, responsibility, your own priority. So I feel as though it's my career, so I feel as though I need to be the one to control my career. You know what I mean? So, and it's time. You know what I mean? Everybody don't need to, have them training wheels on them forever. You know what I mean? It's time to, ride their own bike without training wheels.
So this is your last fight with Mayweather Promotions?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, what's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So we just heard there from your mans, Wank Davis. Yeah? Listen, Gervonta Wank Davis. Now, but on a serious note, first things first, I gotta say a big shout out to Brian Custer. Yeah? Because, listen, he, out of all the funny style media guys, he actually asked the question we want to hear. He put it all on Tank. He actually stuck it on Tank in this video. Now, I've got more. Listen, this particular clip has about 4 different points. Brian Custer stuck it on Tank. Stuck it on Wank Davis. Yeah? I said, listen, you ain't fight no one. But anyway, let's stick on today's topic. Today's topic is Tank Wank Davis responds or confirms he's leaving Floyd Mayweather. He's leaving Floyd Mayweather Promotions. And this will be his last fight. Now, I feel bad for Leonard Snouterby, man. I couldn't understand it. In the last week or so, Leonard and Eddie Hearn have been going at it, mainly because of Leonard Snouterby. Yeah, he's been proper mad and what's the word? He's been melting down. I couldn't really get it. Now I get it, because I thought about a month or 2 ago I did a video on this topic, and it was in the air. Oh, Tank's leaving Mayweather Promotions, and I remember saying at the time, Tank sounds like he's a bit on the fence. He hadn't fully committed. He was saying things like, oh, well, I don't necessarily have to leave Mayweather Promotions. I just need... He wasn't 100% committed like we just heard him there. Yeah? So I said, listen, don't let me hear after this fight that you just fall back into fighting more bums with Mayweather Promotions. So I respect Wank Davis for actually taking the leap. Assuming he really does leave and doesn't get suckered back in. But listen, just quickly as well, like I was saying, about Leonard Snouterby. Yeah, he big sick right now. It's all making sense. It's making sense why Leonard is melting down. Because Tank's seriously leaving. What does Mayweather Promotions have? Now, I can't lie to you. This, for me, is a key reason I'm putting money on Rolly Romero. Why? Well, if this fight goes a distance... Bearing in mind, Mayweather is the king of Las Vegas, you best believe. Who do you think's going to get it on the scorecards if it goes distance? Oops. Mayweather will have had them judges on tap, because Tank's leaving anyway, so Mayweather doesn't want to do Tank a favour. And already, Rolly Romero lost like 10 rounds against some guy, and he got the decision. Huge robbery. Now, it wasn't a big event, but the point is, trust me, I can see something here. And I think Rolly looks strong anyway. So Rolly's going in at 8-1. I'm putting some coin on, just in case. Because, trust me, Tank, in my opinion, talk too much. If I was Tank, I'd be telling him, listen, Tank, Floyd is the king of Las Vegas. Yeah? Don't announce you're leaving until we've done this fight, because you don't want to get robbed, especially when you be going to points recently. Yeah, Rolly Romero's big and strong. Now I don't necessarily mean nothing, but Isaac Cruz give you all the work you could handle. You're like Rolly Romero, don't lie. You had all you can handle with these little dudes. Yeah, Rolly Romero is a big one, fully fledged 135 pounder. Now it might not mean nothing. I think the odds are Tank wins, but still, not 8-1. I'm sorry, I don't think Tank's 8-1 favourite in this fight. We'll find out though. But listen, like I said, fair play to Tank. He does need to take his career into his own hands, but what's he going to do with it? And listen, he'll have nowhere left to hide, will he? Because for this time, for the last 10 years, he's been hiding behind, oh man, you know, my name Wank Davis, and I'm with Floyd, and I don't make no decisions, and Floyd's my promoter, and I'm a boxer, and I don't have... too many boxers these days. They say these cliche things like, oh, I don't do the business, speak to my manager. What? And you know for a fact, yeah, these fighters aren't fighting no one unless they've signed off on it. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I don't believe Tank just doesn't know what's going on and they tell him who he's fighting. Don't believe it. I'm sorry, I don't. Tank picks everything, hand by hand. So, like I said, Tank better be careful that he doesn't shoot himself in the foot, because once you've got rid of Floyd Mayweather, there's going to be no one left to blame but you. Do you understand? Now it's easy to blame Floyd, or it's easy to sit back in the cut and say, well, I don't manage myself. But now, when Floyd's gone, who are you going to blame then, Tank? And I'm hoping that Tank really does want to step up, but listen, I'll believe it when I see it. Because no one has had so much potential and done absolutely nothing with it. Yeah? Nothing with it whatsoever. I've never seen a guy have so many fights and none of them be for a world championship. Have you ever seen that? I've never seen anything like it. On pay-per-view as well. Have you? Honestly, I think Tank has the record for the amount of pay-per-view fights with no belts. I remember when Floyd was doing pay-per-views, even he would get some funny style belt somewhere. Even he would nick a vacant belt just to put it on the show as a world championship fight. Tank got no shame. He'd be fighting these little dudes pumped up 8 pounds, pumped up 2 weight divisions. No shame. Fucking hell. But yeah, listen, I'm glad to hear that he's leaving Floyd. Floyd down bad right now. Leonard Snout, I mean, what, on a serious note, what is Leonard Snouterby going to be doing all day? It's bad. And that's, again, why Mayweather Promotions must have Rolly win. If Rolly doesn't win, what they going to do? Seriously, if Rolly doesn't win, Mayweather Promotions is over. And I've heard some rumblings, yeah. I don't know how true this is, but I've heard some rumblings that Mayweather Promotions are putting Tank in there with Rolly to cash him out. As in, they know, or Floyd believes Rolly can beat Tank, and that's why they're putting him in. To absorb his soul. Because if Rolly beats Tank, he then becomes a big star himself. He is absorbed, he is necromancered Tank's soul. That's apparently one of the storylines or one of the narratives knocking around in Las Vegas right now. Yeah? Tank has been set up to get swatted by Rolly. But listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Rolly, I mean, he looks strong, but I don't know about some of his technique. I don't know if that... we're going to find out how that technique... He reminds me in a way of a bit more of a stiffer and a less coordinated Prince Nassim in the way he sets his shots up. They're really quite unorthodox, but I'm not sure how they're going to work against someone who's pretty... I mean, Tank's pretty solid, isn't he, fundamentally? He's a pretty solid... Well, he used to be a pretty solid pressure fighter. I'm not sure what he is now, ever since Isaac Cruz turned him out. But anyway, let's see how Tank get on in this fight. I'm excited for this fight either way. It's going to be fireworks. Yeah? No doubt. And I'm excited to see what Tank does after this. And I'm excited to see what Leonard Snouterby going to be doing every day. Now we ain't got no fighters. I mean, seriously, who out of Mayweather Promotions got? Oops. It's bad right now. Super duper bad. No doubt about it, 1,000,000%.